Good afternoon. Welcome to Men and Women of the Bible. This is our 11th lesson. We're going to be talking about Lot and his wife, Abraham and his wife Sarah, and Terah, Lot's grandfather, Abraham's father. It reads, after Lot's father died, his grandfather Terah took him, Abram, and Sarai out of Ur to go to Canaan. But when they arrived in Haran, they settled there. Lot's grandfather lived 205 years and he died in Haran. Lot's grandfather never made it to Canaan. He never completed his journey. Last week's lesson tells us about how Abram, Sarai, and Lot took all their belongings and left Haran, where Terah settled. And that Abraham and Lot separated because of arguments between the two servants about property and having room for their animals and all. So Abraham told Lot to look around, see where he want to settle and to go there. He gave him first choice. Lot chose a land next to Sodom and Gomorrah because it looked good to his eye. Abraham lived in Canaan. As we have learned, Sodom and Gomorrah was full of wicked and evil people. So now in Genesis 18:1, the Lord appeared to Abraham near the great tree of Mamre while he was sitting at the entrance to his tent in the heat of the day. Abraham looked up and saw 3 men standing nearby. He hurried down to meet them and bowed low to the ground. Abraham asked, if I have found favor in your eyes, my Lord, do not pass your servant by. Let a little water be brought, and then you may all wash your feet and rest under the tree. He also asked to get them some food so they can be refreshed and then go on their way, since you are here with your servant. Let me serve you. Very well, they said, do as you say. So Lot went in and asked Sarah to make bread and had a servant prepare a calf. And also they served curd and milk. While they ate, Abraham stood near them under the tree. They asked, where is your wife Sarah? Abraham said, in the tent. The angel said, by this time next year when I visit you, she would have a son. As we know, Sarah laughed. Now in Genesis 18:16, it reminds us that God is going to make a nation out of Abraham with his seed. In Genesis 18:20, the Lord said, the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great and their sin so grievous that I will go down and see if they have done is as bad as the outcry that has reached me. If not, I will know. Then the men turned away and went toward Sodom, but Abraham remained standing before the Lord. He asked the Lord, will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked? What if you find 50 righteous people in the city? Abram is right now pleading for his nephew Lot. He asks, will you kill the righteous with the wicked, treating the righteous and the wicked alike? Far be it from you. Will not the judge of all the earth do right? The Lord said, if I find 50 righteous people in Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake. Abraham pleaded with the Lord that if he find 10 righteous, will he spare Sodom? So Abraham went from pleading from 50 all the way down to 10. In Genesis 19:1, the two angels arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. When he saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed with his face to the ground. My lords, he said, please turn aside to your servant's house. You can wash your feet and spend the night and then go your way early in the morning. No, they answered, we will spend the night in the square. But Lot insisted so strongly that they went with him to his house. He prepared a meal for them and they ate. Before they could go to bed, all the men from every part of the city of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded Lot's house. They yelled out, where are the two men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so we can have sex with them. Lot went outside and shut the door behind him and told them not to do this wicked thing. They was his guests in his home, and they was supposed to be safe there in his home. It was his duty, Lot's duty, to keep them safe since they was in his home. He offered them his daughters, who were virgins. They never slept with a man. Lot was thinking that would deter them. But they replied, get out of our way. They were determined to get to the two men. How much was Lot trying to protect him till he was willing to give his two daughters to them and tell them to have their way with him? Lot knew that there was something of importance, that he knew that these was angels. He knew that he had to protect them. Wow. They was determined to get to them. They told Lot he came as a foreigner and now he wants to play judge. In other words, Lot, you're not even from here. So you can't judge us and tell us what we can and can't do. He said if Lot didn't get out of their way, they was gonna treat him worse than he would treat the two men that they was trying to get to. They kept pushing Lot till they almost broke down the door. But the two angels inside reached out and pulled Lot back into the house and shut the door. The angels struck the men who were at the door, young and old, with blindness, so they could not find the door. Then they asked Lot, do you have anyone else here, son-in-laws, daughters, or anyone else that belong to you? Get them out of here, because they are going to be destroyed. The outcry to the Lord is so great against the people of Sodom. We are here to destroy it. Lot went out to speak to his future son-in-laws, but they thought he was joking. So the two angels told Lot to take his wife and two daughters and lead them safely out the city, or they will be punished. But Lot hesitated. So the angel grabbed his hand and the hands of his wife and two daughters and led them safely out the city. The Lord was merciful to them, and that was because of Abraham's plea for them. As soon as they had brought them out, One of them said, "Flee for your lives. Don't look back and don't stop anywhere in the plains. Flee to the mountains." But Lot didn't think he could make it to the mountains. So he asked to go to a town that was closer. It was a small town, but he felt his life would be spared. So the angel granted Lot's request and told him to run quick because he couldn't do anything until Lot was safe. Look at that. Look at how to hold the hand of the Lord. Abraham held the hand of the Lord for Lot's sake. The small town is called Zoar. It was covered from destruction because Lot was there. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the heavens. He overthrew all the cities and the entire plain, destroying all their lives in the city and also the vegetations of the land. Totally annihilated Sodom and Gomorrah and all its cities and told them to run. But Lot's wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. They was told to run, don't look back, keep going. But Lot's wife looked back. This lesson speaks volumes in obedience. Volumes in obedience. Only if we can do what God say do the first time. And some of the things that has come on us would not come on us. Just obedience. They just had to be obedient and do what God say do. I have 5 questions. The first question is, who didn't complete their assignment? The second question is, where did Lot choose to settle? The third question is, who struck the men of Sodom with blindness? Where was Lot? Fourth question is, where was Lot told to flee? Fifth question, where did Lot ask to flee instead of there, and why? Thank you for tuning in today. I truly enjoyed doing these little lessons, just kind of touching bases on the different people in the Bible to give you just kind of a frame of reference of who they are and who they connect to. So if you ever hear their name, you won't be like, now, who is that? That's the purpose of this lesson. Sometimes I go a little further and a little deeper, but the purpose is just to kind of let you know who different people are in the Bible and where they're connected. Have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.